I welcome in an actor from one of my favorite shows on television, AMC's Better Call Saul. He plays the lawyer Howard Hamlin in the show that took off for Memorial Day and returns for episode 8 of season 3 coming up on Monday at 10 Eastern Time. Patrick Fabian, good to see you, sir. How are you, bud?
I am great, and I see you've got a Better Call Saul mug.
Yes,
right there.
I do. Your co-creators, Peter Gould and Vince Gilligan, brought it when they came here, and I busted out for occasions like this one.
Well, I don't want to, like, overstep my bounds with my boss, but I think I have a better thing to get you here. This would be a Hamlindigo Blue.
Aha!
By Howard Hamlin himself, travel coffee mug to get you to work.
Very good. I will take that.
Not only that, I didn't have time to change this shirt, but I'm going to give you an honorary member of Hamlin and McGill.
An HHM T-shirt.
An HHM T-shirt. That's some Better Call Saul swag there. And you know what? Maybe it could be HHM and E if this whole thing doesn't work out for you.
I appreciate it. Look, well, my brother is a lawyer. I have an older brother who's a lawyer, but he's a much better person than Chuck McGill.
Yeah,
my brother Jeffrey. Thank you. This is awesome. I love this stuff.
Blue. How could it be bad?
And congrats again on the success of this show and you in it. And I'm wondering, when you get a script and you look it over, I mean, do you know right now where this story is going, or you get something and it's completely fresh to you when you first get a script from those?
It's pretty fresh. I mean, first of all, Vince and Peter Gould, they don't usually ask my opinion about where I'm going to be going and character-wise.
Sure.
So when I get a script, first thing I do is make sure Jonathan Banks isn't shooting me. That's the first thing I do. And then if it's not happening, I feel good. We get them as they come, basically, because I think the writers, part of their genius is that they don't even know. They sort of set these characters in motion, and then things all of a sudden go sideways. I mean, Breaking Bad had that quality, and Better Call Saul certainly has that quality because, people have been talking about, like, when's he going to become Saul?
Right.
And the fact of the matter is, they thought, Vince has said, he thought maybe in the first season it would happen. But as they got writing, characters like Kim Wexler and Chuck McGill and even Howard Hamlin, all of a sudden there was more complexion there, and they wanted to go explore those. So they like to let the characters roll where they're going to go. So the long answer is, yes, I have no idea.
You have no idea. And so, because we're as fans of the show, it's a slow burn of finding the connective tissue between the Jimmy McGill character that Bob Odenkirk plays now, and when he does become Saul Goodman, and when the Breaking Bad moments begin, and we saw Giancarlo Esposito show up this year. I'm not to, spoiler alert, because Brockman, you were about a season behind.
Yeah, I'm a season behind.
But you knew that Gus Fring was going to show up around the corner at some point in time. And it's just been a really fun watch. And then your character, how you treated Jimmy McGill, does push him in the direction of becoming Saul Goodman.
Well, that's funny you say that. I disagree. I tried my best to help him out. I mean, first of all, I got him that job up at Mesa Verde, not Mesa Verde, up in Albuquerque, Santa Fe, right?
Right.
So I gave him this great lawyer job, and the best he could do with it was quit it. He blew it.
Right.
So, I've tried my best to take care of him and Chuck at the same time. I mean, my loyalties are with Chuck because, he's on the logo.
Right.
But it's funny you say that because the Twitter sphere also feels that I am sort of the bad guy.
because I guess you're with, as the older brother is played by Michael McKean. By the way, he is a comedy legend, and the fact that he has completely erased from my mind Spinal Tap and everything else that he's done in his life and his career.
Oh yeah.
To be this nasty, vicious character in a way.
He's amazing. It's like
he's incredible.
Sitting across from him, I always feel like I come away. It's like I'm in the first round of Wimbledon and I've just gotten my ass handed to me, right? And I get thrown out.
On grass. You're not good on grass?
Yeah, I'm not good on grass.
Okay.
But I get a little bit better. So when I come back, it's like playing with these pros that are so good. And sitting across from him and watching what he does and what he brings to the table. And every now and then, there's that other thing in my brain that's going like, this is David St. Hubbins I'm sitting next to. You know what I mean? Which makes it kind of hard to act sometimes.
Yeah, I know. Well, your scenes just have to go to 11 is basically what what we're saying. Patrick Fabian here on the Rich Eisen Show. So you are from Western PA? Is that where you're from originally?
My relatives have roots in Pittsburgh. I grew up in Harrisburg, so you had to make the choice between Philly or Pittsburgh.
And what was your choice?
I was a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Way to go, all the way. It was the 70s. My grandmother would send me all the newspapers from the glory years. My wall was adorned with Franco and Terry Bradshaw and... I just loved them. I would bleed black and gold.
And how about now? Are you locked in on Roethlisberger?
Absolutely.
And these guys,
I'm glad he's coming back. I mean, I think he made the right choice. Maybe not for his body, but certainly for the team, because I think he's got the most offensive weapons he's had ever in his career. You know, with Juju getting added in, that's fantastic.
I agree.
Le'Veon's good. Martavis Bryant is back. That's fantastic, we think.
Yeah, I know. You never know. I know. You got to hold your breath, but you're right.
But they're exciting to watch. But, you know, because I'm a Steeler fan, I also, like a lot of the AFC, have no love lost for the Patriots. And
you're right over there, Brock.
Right
Did you
over
go
there.
You're right over there.
I know. I know.
It's
And
okay.
it's great.
okay,
Show
Now
that.
you were at the championship game back when Brady
2002,
got
I think
knocked
it
out
was.
of it?
Yeah, in
Right.
January. So I get tickets to go see that. It's Heinz Field, 50-yard line. Great game. Brady had replaced Drew Bledsoe in the beginning of the season,
Yes,
right? And
famously so, yep.
Famously so. And then all of a sudden, Brady gets hurt. Steelers put a hurt on him. And the stadium goes wild in that animal sort of rabidness, and they cart him off. And then over the loudspeaker, they go, coming in, number 11, Drew Bledsoe. And the whole stadium just goes, huh. What's this going to be like?
Exactly.
Drew had been waiting so long to get back out in the field, cool as a cucumber, picked apart our secondary, quieted the stadium down. I'll never forget the feeling and the sound of the game is over and the Steelers have lost. And you can only hear the Patriots on the field celebrating and screaming because there are no other Patriot fans in the stands. It's the saddest parade of black and gold across the Monongahela back to downtown I'd ever been a part of.
And you're a Penn Stater as well. You're from
Graduated in '87, last time we won the championship. So this year's Rose Bowl was so excruciating.
But it came out of nowhere, though. I mean, the season, when it all comes down to it, I mean, this was a big monster step forward.
Absolutely.
For
It puts them back on track in a really, really positive way. And State College has certainly needed that, as has the Nittany Lions and its program. So I think, like you said, it was a breakout, unexpected season, which really sets us up for a good future.
I've handled this appropriately, wouldn't you say, Law? As a Penn Stater,
that was
right there, as a Michigan
nice.
Wolverine guy who, you know, despite that, 39-point win earlier in the year. I mean, but things turned right from then and there. Hey, we got you rock bottom. We got you rock bottom.
How do you think the day after that game was for me with him?
Tough day to come to work.
You saw the spelling bee win and how happy he was.
You know, I saw. I can only imagine.
Now, we saw your Twitter account at Patrick Fabian, and you wanted in on the spelling bee in some way, shape, or form. You tweeted at the show.
I saw prosciutto, and I was like, oh, I totally have this in the green room. I started spelling it, and I spelled it wrong.
Okay.
So
you know,
Can you spell bouillabaisse?
Yeah, well, no, B-O-O-Y-A. I'm like, that makes sense. That's good.
Bouillabaisse.
I voted for that.
Now, Law, do you have one for Patrick to see if he can get it right?
And
Okay.
As you know, today is National Spelling Bee Day. The competition's going on ESPN. You had an 8-episode character arc, if you will. And Saved by the Bell, the college years, Professor
did.
Jeremiah Lasky.
I sure did.
Little bit of a scandalous relationship with one of your students.
Should I just say it?
Oh,
Should I say
wow.
it
We've
for
got
you?
the picture up right here on a baseball card.
Oh, look at me.
Look at you with that lid right there.
First of all, can we talk about my hair? What's going on there, man?
That's quite a flowing mane that you
That
have
isn't
right there,
mean.
Patrick.
Thank you very much.
And what are you drinking, milk or is that Alka-Seltzer? What is that?
No, that is me doing a milk spit take, as a matter of fact, if you actually saw the episode. The episode also includes me working with a monkey and a child. So I knocked... There you go.
We got a split screen between you as Howard Hamlin and then you as Professor Lasky, right? Or is it Lasky?
Professor Lasky.
Jeremiah Lasky, yes.
Jeremiah Lasky. So the plot summary of your arc was, a jealous Zach strikes back at Kelly and Professor Lasky with a vengeance by spreading word about your affair, if you will, that you had.
Sure.
So I'm going to give you a dealer's choice here to spell.
Okay.
Obviously, Kelly was played by the lovely Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
Tiffany Amber Thiessen, yes.
You can spell Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
Or
your nemesis in the episode, Zach Morris, played by the very talented MPG Mark Paul Gosselaar.
Mark Paul Gosselaar.
Would you rather spell Tiffany Amber Thiessen or Mark Paul Gosselaar? We will spot you the Mark and the Paul on the Gosselaar.
and the Tiffany and the Amber, right? I mean, it's okay. I will back off.
Easy.
I will back off. Play the music. Play the music, please. Dealer's choice for Patrick Fabian. What do you got? What do you think? Which one will you choose?
I'm going to have to take Tiffany since I kissed her.
Yes.
I'm so jealous of that, by the way.
We all
It's a little
are.
creepy now saying that.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Sorry about that.
Creep me out a little bit, but go for it.
All right, well, Tiffany, you're going to spell me the Tiffany and the Amber?
Sure.
No, you got to spell the Tiffany. We'll spot you the Amber.
All right, we'll go T-I-F-F.
Yeah.
A-N. Oh, I hope I get this wrong.
That is correct. That was the tricky mix-up.
Amber, let's see. A-M-B-E-R.
That is correct.
Yes.
And Thiessen, T-H-E-I-S-S-E-N.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. You transposed the E and the I.
It's I before E.
Come on. You know what? Her kiss still fogs my brain. So
Hey, but hey, that's a hell of a list to have a kiss on, to use the old Hall & Oates line. I love Better Call Saul. I can't wait to see what you and the rest of that cast and everybody around does with that show.
We
it
only
is
have
awesome.
3 more left, so make sure you catch up.
Okay.
I'm on it.
Yeah, you got to get on it.
I got it.
It's so good. It's so well done, and everybody in it is awesome, including you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming on. Come back anytime.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on radio stations across the country and audience.
If you like that video, be sure to download our app. Don't have any memory on your phone? Let's start to delete some of those slow-mo videos you have. And you know which ones I'm talking about.